Hey fam, happy Saturday morning. Got my honeydews to do early. My wife knows I like to get up early and do stuff. I want to drop right into this. You and I, we're not dumb. In fact, my friends, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, you guys ain't dumb. And one of the things that we're facing right now is the truth of what happens when you pop the Marxist jack out the box, or you let that genie out the bottle. Stuff starts going a little crazy. And if you haven't seen any of the videos of the folks leaving the RNC convention on Thursday and what happened with Antifa and BLM, I mean, these folks basically got shipped into that location in D.C. D.C.'s, there's going to be some other stuff going on there. But if you've not watched the videos, how they attack black people, white people, the elderly, they attack gay people. I mean, they attack anybody that has any form of dissent. And if you don't know what that actually is, you need to understand what real totalitarianism actually is and where it comes from, how it's used, and the folks who try their hardest to make everyone conform. That's what's actually happening. And these people are at the heart. I mean, there's some spiritual, emotional, psychological bankruptcy there that's pretty distorted and really, really sad. But even more sad is that they're willing to bring that to any neighborhood, any place, any location, at any time that suits them. I mean, what do you think Kenosha actually is? This is not like some big old freaking city. It's a smaller town, smaller city. And they're willing to bring that to anybody's neighborhood because they think that that's the way that they get power. And to get power, you need to intimidate people. You don't try to sway on ideas, okay? You don't debate, you don't discuss, you intimidate. And that's why, when you watch these folks, okay, now everybody wants to project racism onto Donald Trump or Republicans or GOP. But when you see white people calling black people Uncle Tom and the N-word and all that stuff, and you see them calling gay people, if they don't agree, all types of the F word and stuff like that, these are the freaking racists. These are the bigots. These actually are the ones who have the real issue. Not the folks that they're talking about. They're the ones actually who have the issue. And like the average American, you can discern that. You can see it and you go, okay, the truth is right there. It's coming out their freaking mouth, dude. These people are freaking nuts. And why are they nuts? Because they got an issue themselves. They want power. And for Kamala Harris to get up on with Steve Colbert and talk about the riots won't stop. They won't stop before the election and actually after the election. This is all about the election. COVID's all about the election. The whole thing's about the freaking election. And that's, and what's hard for me, I'm a pastor, okay? I want to preach, love and all the right stuff. My faith is in Christ. But I've also got a spirit of discernment right now. This is a different time. The different time right now is stating to me, you need to be prepared for what actually is activated in people that's spiritually wrong, okay? Spiritually dark, and what they will do. They'll murder people. And let me just freaking drop into something now real quick as well. An individual with an actual warrant for a sexual assault of a woman. And you want to get up here and tell me about the freaking Me Too movement? Bunch of dang hypocrites. You ain't about the freaking Me Too movement. You're about a political ideology. That's why that's why Joe Biden didn't get investigated, because once the Me Too went to his butt, you guys all stopped. That's what happened, okay? This woman was sexually assaulted by this jackhole, and then freaking the NBA wants to go on strike for this dude that sexually assaulted a woman. This wasn't something like Donald Trump said, okay? Donald Trump said something on stupidity, which nobody freaking agreed with. This guy actually did something to a woman. This guy actually had warrants out on him. And then you want to support him and then march for him, and then have these sports teams and leagues do things in that guy's name? Like, for real? Do you know how hypocritical and ridiculous that actually is? So this is not about what they're saying. This is about something different. This is all about freaking power. It's all about power. And for Joe Biden to get up on video and now want to tell the writers, hey, we need to calm down because our poll numbers and we're doing these focus groups and then these riots aren't really playing well into our focus groups. You understand, they don't care about you. I don't think anybody really do, but they definitely don't care about you because they only care about the power. They only care about being able to get what they want. And to get what they want, so they'll do anything to the average individual. And that's what is scary. The average American is looking at their TV right now and saying, that's not right. That's not right. And for us to be trying, these folks trying to intimidate us and to tell us to be quiet and, don't express your political views. Don't express your religious views. Don't tell us that you have a different idea. Don't tell us you want to discuss. Don't tell us that you want to debate. No, you need to capitulate. Well, then you would understand. You're not looking at something normal. This is not a, well, I'll just choosing one candidate over another. I'm just choosing, one individual. No, this is actual an ideology. A real way of thinking, of governing that will change the lives of everyone for the purposes of a small group of people against another. They're willing to do all types of things to paint everything in racist terms because that's all that they have. They have to foment the race. They have to foment the ethnic issues. They have to foment the economic stuff because it's always one against the other. That's the way that they work. And if you're not wise enough to see that again, that's your prerogative, okay? You get to see what you want to see. But I'm telling you right now, there's folks who are just like me who see that there's something brewing that is not right, and it's not going to play out well for the American people. And there's no way in HE double hockey sticks I'm going to be freaking trying to act like it's going to be hairy-fairy once everything's going to be like okay after the election. It's not. And you need to be prepared for that because that's the freaking genie that's out the freaking bottle, okay? That's the jack that's out the box. The jack that's out the box right now is there are people who are off the chain who are willing to go into small towns, willing to go into people's neighborhoods and destroy them, hurt people, to murder people, okay? Murder freaking people. All for the sake of what they call social justice. This is not social justice. This is straight up anarchy. If you need to know anything about Satanism, you need to understand what some of this stuff actually is, okay? Because this is straight up, this is really freaking ridiculous. This is not about social justice. So all y'all folks that think that you're doing something black power and, equal rights and stuff like that, this is not what that's about. It's not. And you need to freaking really wake up because you will be the victim of these folks in a heartbeat. Because if you don't look right, act right, say something that's right, if you don't do the right things, if you don't recite the right things, if you don't hold your hand up and you don't say the right person's name, you will become a victim. And if you become a victim, there's nobody here left to blame but yourselves because it's going to be 2 months. Within now until 2 months, until November 4th, you're going to have to prepare yourself for what's actually coming. These folks are not willing to capitulate to anything up outside of what they want. They are not willing to agree. They're not willing to come to terms. They're not. They want what they want and they will get it at all costs. They try to use, they're trying to basically march out right now in the era of Martin Luther King. They represent the complete antithesis of civil rights. These are not civil rights movements. These are Marxist, globalist ideologies that are meant to force the populace of any nation to do what they want. And you need to recognize that because the folks on the couch are wise enough to see something's wrong. And you are seeing it and you're not knowing what to do. You're not willing to see what's going on. You need to recognize this is what reality is. That dang jack is out the box. And they will do anything to get you, to hurt you, not only your home, but your kids. These folks, if you know anything about Andy No, look up that dude and look at who he's basically documenting are these Antifa folks. These are freaking teachers, elementary school teachers, junior high school teachers, professors. These folks are in the education system. So if you ever thought about getting your kids out of public schools, I'm going to be real with you. You might freaking want to really do that. Because these people who are supposedly educating your kids are probably freaking indoctrinating them with some crap. Okay, you've seen that on some of my timelines, some of the comments you've seen. I won't trust the people with my dang kids. I don't care who they are. So just recognize this. The folks that are on that TV that are screaming and telling you what you need to do, they don't care about you. They want you. They'll hurt you. They'll do whatever they want to you to get what they want from you, which is power from you. And you are on the couch and you're going to have to recognize what the truth actually is. The truth hurts. Always give me the bad news before the good news. I want to know what the heck I'm up against. And then give me the good news no matter what it is. So this is the bad news. The truth sucks. The good news is there's going to be a better day if you wake up. Take care.